JoJo has fun. I'm going to let you start this episode, Danielle.
Hello and welcome. Shut up.
How about you know what? How about a take two? How about that? How about I treat us to that? What do you say? I'll pull off the freeway and treat us to a take two. How about that?
Hello and welcome to Danielle Takes Over, JoJo Has Fun because she's the superior being. And yep, we're here.
Cool.
Yep. And we're playing a Mario game.
That was a great opening.
We can replace the regular intro with that.
Yeah.
now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't.
I'm an inspiration.
Jesus, do we even need to continue the episode?
Seriously,
now?
I think we're done.
I think we've nailed it.
Just put it on a loop.
I think we could just put it on a loop and then we're good. I actually don't think we need anything else for this. No, but yeah, welcome to JoJo Has Fun. I think the last real Let's Play, like the last real one.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because there's a lot. I think Crank Gameplays is phoning it in now. I believe that he wakes up every day and he goes downstairs and he dips his hands in the crystal fountain he got from
Markiplier
playing Fortnite.
Yeah. How many views do you have to get before they send you that fountain?
Well, it's all the views that you get during a situation where you are Googling yourself. That's the key.
Wow, that's
you get enough
elaborate.
views. Then they send you the crystal Google fountain, wherein you can dip your hands, and that's how Ethan Nestor of Crank Gameplays starts his day.
That sounds about
by
right. Sure,
getting
yeah.
a crystal geyser mani-pedi in the fountain he got from Fortnite playing.
I just assumed at first, though, when he crawls out of bed and sheds off his skin from the previous day.
Let me stop you right there.
Let
me stop you right there. Internet media luminary Ethan Crank Gameplays Nestor does not crawl out of bed. His bed lifts off the ground like a hovercraft because it's a Casper, and it goes completely vertical, and then he slides into a perfectly oiled pair of some of that sweet denim.
Have you considered that maybe he's just possessed by the devil, and so his bed is doing the thing?
To that end, Danielle, yes, I have considered he's possessed by the devil.
You don't think so?
That happens the moment you get 666,000 subscribers.
That's what I
Ethan
thought.
Nestor is just an anagram.
What?
Of the devil.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you tell me if you can spell the devil without Ethan Nestor's full name and dog.
And
that dog.
He loves that dog.
I love that dog, too.
I love that dog as well.
If you watch his
makes his
episodes
Instagram
backwards.
a treat every
Oh,
day.
sweet dog.
Yeah.
The best part of the internet.
I had a dream the
Dogs.
other night the entire dream was just me and a dog.
Oh,
That's a nice dream.
It was me getting a dog, basically. And it wasn't even like that was the start of the dream and things went south or anything. Like, the whole ass dream was just like the process of getting a dog. And then I woke
Jeff
up.
is so thirsty for a
I'm
dog.
Why is it you want a dog so bad, Jeff?
Because they're great animals, man.
Do you want a friend?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe if that friend were a dog. I mean, I guess maybe my abandonment issues is making a dog seem like the best potential type of
They're
pet
very
to have.
loyal.
I get that.
Yeah, they'll never leave you.
They will never leave you.
Yeah, they'll never leave you because you feed them.
That's right.
Yep.
Wait a minute. This is better than a party. Look out, because here I come.
Finally got past this part.
Now it's a party.
Wait. Second. It's right there. I found the Mario doll.
What an idiot.
This is his voice now to me. But we'll never be able to reach it up there. We won't. Oh, the sorrow. What am I going to do? I'm about to lose its sniffle.
Wait, what?
I wanted to ask, so last night, JoJo and Kim and I were on a digital version of the podcast Stab, which was live streamed.
Yeah, STAB stands for something that's...
Almost.
Satan and Beelzebub.
You've already screwed up really bad.
You're
You've already...
Satan.
God,
and-
Danielle, my
Satan,
God,
the-
oh my God, you fucked up so bad just now. You have fucked up so bad. with the acronym STAB. That
I
you,
just missed the T. It's
you
not
missed,
that
you
big a
missed
deal.
1/4 of it.
Stab.
That means the highest you could possibly get is a C.
Oh, I see. We're gonna quantify this.
Yes, we are.
Well, you
Because
fail.
it's in 4. I'm sorry, Jeff. Danielle and I were busy. What did you have to say?
I was gonna ask. So
Something came up. We had to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
all I know is I've heard the word of the devil or Satan mentioned 17 times
You're
so far
welcome.
within the first 5 minutes
You're
of this
wel- that's
episode.
why I'm here.
I think that's because Ethan Crank Gameplay, Servant of Evil Nestor, is here.
We revealed the truth.
We're that's what I meant when I said we're the last real Let's Play.
Exactly. We.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was like that 360 no scope in Fortnite that Ethan Nestor also pulled off. Coincidence?
I think not.
Known summoner, known warlock, Ethan
Known
Nestor.
soul stealer and
he shaved his head for charity, and it was pretty fucking baller of him to do so.
We could we'll shave our heads for charity. How much you
I
guys
know.
donate to us to donate to charity? How does that work?
What's
Do
my
I
cut?
send them the hair? How does that work?
What's my cut?
I'm not sure.
So anyways.
So I just don't do
Yes.
this boss fight now.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I think you still fight him though, I thought, at some point.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I've gotten past the situation without danger.
Well,
so.
now you got to get the princess. I think you fight him outside.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because you all are outside of Mario's body now, which is great.
Oh no, these
What?
boys.
Knife guy and ball guy.
Those people are scary.
So
I
we were-
do not like
Oh
that.
fuck me! This is gonna be even harder, actually.
We were on a live stream of the podcast. It was a lot of fun. We all got to be kind of quote unquote in the same room, despite like a good 40 minutes of technical concerns at the very beginning.
Yeah, always.
But I wanted to ask, there was a bit you did, and I wanted to know if it all came off the top of your dome when we were recording.
No, all of that was prepared.
I was curious because you kept looking up at something, and I don't know what screen you were looking at, and it was in regards to the little glue
Little glue boy.
boy.
Yeah.
I was curious if you were improving that.
No. I don't. Yeah. So, and this is part of the reason why I find This Is Today Once such an infuriating bit.
So, do you want to explain what This Is Today once if
Okay,
someone hasn't
so-
listened to Stab?
So, there's a comedy podcast called Stab. We have
an
been on it
acronym.
many times, and on this podcast, they do segments where you receive a prompt.
The royal we.
And
yes.
you have to write like a funny thing to that prompt, and it's never that long. It's somewhere like about 150 to 500 words. 500 words being a very long.
A Jesse Jones level prompt.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Who's the co-host on the show. But one of the ones we had, This Is Today once, is that they on the day of the show there's like 2 historical events. How do you celebrate them in tandem?
JoJo hates this bit.
It is the worst bit.
Every
and
time.
I'm not even like,
You're not doing a bit right now.
fuck. I hate it so
Yeah.
much.
Every time I've ever listened to you on one of the shows,
I have never not complained.
you've
about
never
that
not
bit.
bitched about having to do on this day, which is not my least favorite one, but it's never the strongest one that I do.
I get that. I totally get that.
But I mean, okay, this is tangential, but I just, you said never. What the fuck did you? I had it.
What? What?
Okay, Daniel had it. Never.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, so instead of never not funny, right? I want to have a show that's never not bitching.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I don't think we can't do that.
Yeah, that's already that role has already been claimed by a certain little show called JoJo Has Fun. Because we are never not bitching
Yeah.
about some ding dang thing.
Maybe
You know what
we
I'm saying?
should rename it.
I will talk to our graphic designers. Yikes, they're pretty tough.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow, you're getting wailed on right now.
Am I winning?
I don't know. Wow, Malo.
Oh, Mallow is built
Mallow.
pretty fucking solidly. That did not kill him.
But every time JoJo is on the show, he just makes a point to like
To
really,
point out how absolutely I hate that segment.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do, and I've never had one that was good. I don't think I've ever had a This Is Today once that I was like happy with. I've been happy with like other segments I've done. Never This Is Today once. It's always been just nightmarishly difficult.
I would say I did do one where I just yelled at John the entire time for the things he gave me.
That's good.
Yeah, like I don't necessarily hate it because I think I've had because the very first one I did I think endeared Kim to me because the first episode that I did was with Kim.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's your origin story
Yeah,
for
that was-
our little Avengers team.
Mine and Kim's origin stories. We were on an episode of Stab like probably 5 years ago now, but I basically in my on this day talked about how killing rich people was beneficial to society.
Aha!
And I'm like, and now in retrospect, at the time I didn't know that was Kim's whole MO. But
That is your way in.
I think that got me in with her at that point.
I think you're
Definitely.
right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Can I make a request?
What's
You
that?
might. As long as it's something along the lines of please stop talking about this other show.
Oh, so asking Jeff to read the poem about butter.
I don't want to reuse the same content I did on another show for this.
Okay,
but
how about we just-
That poem was really hard to
Can
read
we
and,
just-
on that.
and that's the thing. I actually think, Danielle, that's a great suggestion. But here's the thing. I think once we do the bit on Stab, I think we actually relinquish our creative control over it.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's no
fair.
longer ours.
yeah.
Mostly I was requesting it because I wanted to see Joe's horrified reaction.
Well,
Again.
you could
Again.
watch that stream again. I showed it to her
but
last night.
I want to take two. I want
Right.
a B-side.
It was really
It was-
horrifying.
It was hard for me to get through, which seems like I'm jerking myself off when I'm laughing at my own bit when I'm doing it.
It wasn't so much. I didn't think you were laughing. I think you were just like scared of what you had created.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and there was the thing is I don't, and we'll get off Stab after this, obviously, but like they give us a day to write to these prompts, and I don't know what some people do, but I don't read mine out loud or anything beforehand. Like I don't see how it sounds, like because you don't have time.
Yeah, you really don't.
you're like writing it up until the last minute, and that one that I did, I had to do an erotic poem about butter, and as I was writing it, I was like, this is good, which means that I probably would have been fine if you didn't make that comment midway through where you said you were putting me on mute. I got through like 4 lines of my poem, and I just hear JoJo in my head saying, I'm just gonna put him on mute real quick.
And then Jeff,
I
like
didn't put you on mute. That was a
No,
bit. I just thought
but
it was really funny.
It was fun.
Jeff laughs for a good minute
I
and has
corpse
to
for like a while.
leaves the frame, comes back in frame.
I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, it was intense.
You guys can catch us on that. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Plus, also we
They did it on Twitch. So if you go to Stab Comedy on Twitch, you can listen to the VOD.
yeah. Or if you
us
are
doing
following
it.
us on Facebook, you can watch it on their Facebook.
Yeah. So that's enough talking about
Yeah.
stuff
yeah,
that's
all
not
right.
our show.
Okay.
I
New
Kinda,
topic.
in fact, you know what? I think, and I hate to do this, Jeff, but I think I'm gonna have to submit our show to the Dark Lord Ethan Nestor.
Oh no.
To be sacrificed
Well,
because
yeah.
I think that I don't think we can use this episode anymore. I think we've tainted it with our inability to focus on even half the shit we do
It's
as
only
an
been
entertainment team.
it's only been 13 minutes.
I
It's
know.
fine. Okay. Well, I have a question I want to pose to you both.
Okay.
From the internet.
All right, from the internet.
Yeah. This is Tuesdays with Query.
Tuesdays with queries.
A fan favorite.
Is it?
Yes.
I just think it's fun.
A 3 fan favorites.
Yes, we're the fans.
I don't
and
know
it's
that
our
I would
favorite.
call myself a fan of my own show because I feel that is important.
You have to gas yourself up, you know?
Yeah, you gotta love yourself.
You
Joe.
gotta love yourself.
I do have to love myself
And
according to my doctor.
Yeah.
In loving the show, you also have to love us.
Well, you know what's funny is I have to love myself, but at the same time, like I am about to eat like a cheeseburger from Broderick's, which you only do if you're going to war with your own body. So I don't know how much love I'm really going to be showing to myself today. It's going to be tough love at best.
You need a nap at some point.
I
Yeah, you
fucking
desperately
do so
need a nap.
badly.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that good spot where like everything I say seems like that could be a bit or it could be a cry for help, and that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice line to walk, you know?
Uh-huh.
Tiptoeing between
To
like
drunkenly stumble down?
Yes. Yeah, or yeah.
When we look back on this episode, there's going to be a spot where there's only one set of footprints. It'll be that's where I carried myself. Anyway, let's hear this wonderful question.
So this is not. I like this one because I was in a similar situation, which I'm not going to talk about because all my situations end up sad.
Yes.
This is from Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
It's
my
a-
new favorites.
It's a good Reddit subreddit.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for asking my parents for a door to my room?
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
There's more.
This is already a pretty wild question.
Yeah,
and
so-
I would like details.
I'm a 16-year-old boy, and for my entire life, I didn't get a door to my room. For a long time, my door has just been a curtain, which is fine, I guess. In recent years, I have asked my parents more for a door because it is just getting annoying now. They always say there is no need for a door. But why is that? Every other room has a door
yeah,
but
right.
mine.
Their room has a door.
I think that I am being reasonable enough because I'm a growing boy and would like to...
Boy, and I would like
I would
fucking
I'm growing
jerk
so
it.
big, I need to seal it all up.
I'm a growing boy would like some more privacy because the only thing stopping my family from barging into my room is limited to their own willingness. They would also say that they can't install a door because the doorway wall is angled, which is weird in itself. But I don't believe that is a valid reason. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for asking for a door? First of all, I love this 16-year-old boy.
I know. He just wants to masturbate in peace.
Have you? I mean, so what's your take on?
Let's start off like just the basics.
Yeah.
We'll just assume it's reasonable to want a door to your room.
Yeah,
I think we
that's-
can agree to that.
Yeah.
However, let's say for funsies,
Sure.
how would he go about getting this door? Okay, you know what?
Home Depot.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Twitter Jeff.
Yeah.
Let's say I was visiting your place of residence. I've never done that, so I don't know what
Yeah.
that's like.
I've never met you. It's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But what would be to you a reason to not have a door? Because that's where my headspace is right now. That's where my head canon is focused
Like
on.
me as an adult with the door, or like in the same scenario the kid's in.
No, just like in general, you're like, okay, I have someone who I need to make sure does not have privacy.
I mean, like, let's put 16-year-old Jeff in this predicament. What is
16-year-old
I
Jeff-
feel like we did.
Yeah.
And
mean-
by we, I mean like the planet Earth.
Yeah. No, 16-year-old Jeff did have this scenario.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 16-year-old Jeff did not have
My mom.
a door.
Yeah, my mom would not let me shut the door at various times.
That's right. Yeah.
But no, like because really what it comes down to is a parent's lack of trust in their kid.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Right.
because that's the number one thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
all about trust, and if they suspect that even for a moment you're turning into a vampire in there,
Yeah.
They'll never trust you.
they need quick access so they can hit you with the holy water.
Trying to stop all the sunlight from coming in that front door because you're a vampire.
That's right, because if they need the door open to see if the sweet kiss of the sun's rays are crusting inward, and if they are, they need to put a stop to that.
Yeah. No son of mine's gonna be a vampire.
Because he said it. Because I mean, our person said that they're a growing boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
growing
code.
into what?
That's a code.
That's code for I need to masturbate.
That's code for I need some me time
yeah,
because.
me time to do what? To transform into a bat.
Oh God, you're right.
That is what masturbation is, right?
Yeah.
That is, yes, because it's either a bat or a werewolf, because I've heard.
I think that's your food, Joe.
Oh, hang on, we're gonna pause this really quick.
It's a game.
Sorry, everybody. I had to bulk up on some vitamin burger, and Danielle had to choke on some vitamin old grape juice.
Oh yeah.
So now we're good. So on the subject of a door,
Yeah.
Oh
So-
right,
so
the
back-
door.
back to door boy.
This kid,
That's
we
adorable.
know, is a werewolf. We decided that off mic.
Right.
A werewolf.
Right. Yes.
And
So-
the parents just want to make sure that in the event that their son does turn,
yes.
they are prepared with a silver bullet stake
Okay, but
for the moment when they walk in, because the door won't be a door.
two things. I love the idea of your silver bullet steak.
Uh-huh.
Because that would be, it's still a silver bullet, but it's so much more intimate. you
Delicious.
know?
Like a crossbow
Just-
almost of sorts.
A crossbow that you use with your hand. Up close.
Yes. Makes perfect sense.
Opposed to the ones you use with
Are
the
you
feet.
like the Q of like monster hunting? You're
I
like
don't know who that is.
James Bond. We have a new device for you to use to fight the bad guys.
It's a crossbow and you use it with your toes.
He's
Is
like
that his accent?
wonderful.
That's very good, Q.
Right. But
God damn it, Q.
counterpoint, wouldn't it be better to simply lock your son in the bedroom via door.
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah.
getting it. I get what you're
Oh,
saying.
Yeah.
that's okay. So we didn't
So
think
maybe-
about the flip side of this. Is if he doesn't have privacy, but he's never been sent to his room and locked in.
Exactly.
you're
he
right.
doesn't know.
He
what
doesn't
it's
know.
Like.
He doesn't know how bad he's got it.
Yeah.
Or how good he's got
How
it.
good he's got it.
Wait, so the assumption being that everyone else in this house
Has a door.
has a door, which might just be his parents. He might be the only kid.
Well, I mean, we don't know that. Maybe he has like a brother or a sister.
I think that at this point, that would have been a huge point of contention he would have brought up, saying that my
Like,
brother or sister
My
get a door.
4-year-old sister has
Yeah.
a door.
So I guess talking about should he get a door, I think all of us are in the agreement that yes, he should get a door.
Okay. How about this as a? Because I think the key here, because I do want to reiterate possible werewolf.
Yes.
So, I think that we need a solution that's kind of halfway. How about instead of a full door, we get you some of those double doors, like in an old timey
yeah.
saloon bar.
Wait, no, get one
Yeah.
of those cool, like, not the double doors like that one. Get the ones like they have at barns where it's like the bottom half and the top part pops
Like a
open.
stall, like a
and then
horse
and then you
stall.
can
Yeah.
and then you can walk up
Yeah.
with your head, and someone can come up and pet your nose and give you an apple.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which, if he
okay.
turns into a werewolf,
Which
that
if he
could be
turns
you-
into yes, that's a good way to feed him without getting in trouble.
I like
I
this.
like it.
I like
it.
this a
I
lot.
think we're getting it.
I think
we're
IKEA
getting
has one of those doors, the Wolfenschnauer.
it. The Wolfenschnarl door is we all I think we're all in agreement. It's the nicest door you could possibly
So-
have
It's a
Yeah.
modern classic.
to prevent you from being just immediately ripped to shreds by your
Yes.
werewolf son or daughter.
Yes.
So then yes. So if you, because he's being really vague, like he wants. We know. Let's put a pin in the goofs for
Yeah.
a second. We know what he really wants.
Yes, we know what
Is
you
a door
want.
with a lock on it, so he can discover his body, and
Right.
I understand that and
And you know,
respect it.
It's normal
We've all-
part of growing up.
So I think that but here's where he fucked up. if you want the door, you need to call their bluff and prove to them
Why they need to give
they
you the door.
absolutely must give you the door,
Man.
and that's to announce every time you've made a new discovery.
Oh, I like that kind of porn.
Oh, weird. That can go in there?
I didn't know grandpa porn was my kink.
Good news, everybody! I have pubes once more. Excellent news, everyone! I have discovered yet another pube.
Did you know that I can shoot a thing out of my penis that is not pee?
It's
One day I'll make it sticky like the Spider-Man,
Yes.
and then
climb
I
it.
will be the slinger of webs.
So actually, I have a quick question for you both. What your opinion is? Do you think his parents, because of this, are super duper like chill or super duper
No.
conservative?
That's my. I was thinking they have to be super strict, like because they want to know what you're doing at all times.
Or are they some like weird ass people with big waterbed rooms and they just fucking coddle all their children and they're like, we don't need boundaries between us.
That okay? So you've given Danielle and I a lot of clay to form into a statue just now. I'm gonna go with, and maybe this is a little not the best thing to do. I'm gonna go with that they are literally and figuratively and metaphorically unable of presuming that their sweet beautiful boy would ever discover the dark whiteness that exists within his body.
The
And
tainted goo that lives within him.
I mean, like you just don't want your child to discover their bag of poison that exists within them that are their teenage hormones, and so they just like my son or daughter would never partake, and therefore I cannot even fathom that they would need a door. I really think it's naivete.
Okay.
No, I gotta say no. This is absolutely like parents who are too strict and like helicopter parents and probably think that like masturbation is a sin because you're killing little babies.
I have a counterpoint to that though. So he's asking this question on Reddit,
Right.
which means that he has access to the internet
Oh man.
All of it.
on his own.
And by the way, there's some of the most buck wild porn you can imagine not even hidden away
Yes.
on
True.
Reddit.
So
That is true.
when I think about a family, a parental unit that is so strict that they take away the door from their child, I don't imagine they would give them access to the internet in a way that that child would feel okay to ask a question of this sort on a public forum without wondering if mom and dad are going to see it.
Mom and dad don't use the internet.
No, that's a pretty interesting scenario that you've posited, Twitter, Jeff, that the parents would be perusing Reddit of like, we're going to do something
right.
fucked up to our kid, and now we're going to hop on the Reddit to
Yes.
make sure that
Yeah.
nobody knows.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, I can imagine a parent putting no door on the room for complete openness, but also having child locks on the internet so he couldn't even access the stuff.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So he's 16. So he's a junior, sophomore,
You
somewhere
don't
around
know,
there.
he could be a hacker.
He could be a hacker. He could be looking at Reddit he could have gone over to his friend's house.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I don't think he could have because his friend's room has doors.
Yeah.
And I know that his parents believe that to be some sort of werewolf kryptonite.
Do you think that he is homeschooled or at a public school or at a charter school?
He sounds like he's homeschooled.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
if he's homeschooled, then I understand not having the door because if you're the teacher, you need to keep an eye on those kids.
Right, at all
Yeah.
times.
Because
Yeah.
who knows what they could get up
They're
to.
your responsibility.
They
When
are
you're
your
at recess,
responsibility.
you get to go to your room, but I get to see you still.
Yeah.
That's right. That's true.
And he did say, I'm a growing boy.
Yeah.
He did say, I'm
Which
a
is-
growing boy.
If you were to say that in public high school, you would be immediately, like, murdered with fists.
I feel
And-
like
Now, wait a minute. I want to know what you're going to say next, Jeff, but I have to get this out of my body and let you guys hear it so you can mull it over. At what point do you stop being a boy and become a young man?
That is the question that it's so fraught. It has troubled so many.
it has flummoxed many people writing porn descriptions.
Yes.
Yes. And
Because I mean, think about it. Like, he's not a growing young man. He's a growing boy. If he had said he was a growing young man, we
Yeah.
would be like, this is a psychopath.
Yeah. But maybe he has an odd perspective of himself because he lacks the privacy of a young man.
Infantilize him.
They infantilize him because mama and dada want to see that. Oh, you broke the door down.
Yeah.
Good job. Oh, doors are open.
door
No
is
doors
open.
here. Ah!
No doors here.
I
Wait,
mean,
do you remember the first time someone like referred to you as a man? Was that a thing? for
I'm
you?
waiting still. It's,
Yeah,
it
well,
hasn't
one
happened
day,
yet.
one day it'll happen. It's out there.
I'm hoping for Christmas this year.
Dear Santa.
But like, I guess, I mean, is it somebody else who decides when you are when you're a young boy to a young man, or is it a self discovery? Is it just all of a sudden you like wake up one day and you're just like, I'm a young man?
Yeah, it
And you
should
own it.
be a self-discovery, but usually it's more of a like, oh, people are calling me a man.
I'm a man now.
I'm a
big,
man.
big, strong man.
Yeah.
I'm a big.
I'm a big
okay.
man boy.
What about if? Okay, let's meet the middle ground. What if instead of him saying that he is a growing boy,
Mm-hmm.
he's a growing big boy?
That's worse.
That
Is
is
it?
much worse. It's a lot
big
worse.
boy.
Listen,
I'm growing.
Listen, Mom, I'm 15 now. I deserve a door because I'm a big boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I present to you two.
I've got my big boy
I
bed.
got my big boy dick.
I want my big boy door, so I can put these puzzle pieces
I
together.
need to know how this works.
So I think the best way to wrap up for this one is I would like you both.
to write an essay.
No, well, of sorts. I would like you to give me an argument that he could use aside from I'm a growing boy. Give him
Right.
if he had to
A
sit
better
down.
framework.
Yeah, give him. How does he approach this in a way that will get them on his side for the door,
Okay.
despite the fact that
Right.
it's at a weird angle, which you guys could just cut the door.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just saying.
that's not a thing.
All right.
Okay,
Danielle,
so-
do you want to go first?
Well, I need to brainstorm aloud for a minute.
All
So
right.
what do parents like? Parents like
But parents just don't understand. First
They
of all,
don't.
Danielle.
well, no, everyone knows that. But parents like what do they like? They like
They like
clean-
timeshares.
They like timeshares. They like lounging
They
in
like
a jacuzzi.
speaking to the manager.
They like sun tea.
I don't know what happens in your soul that as soon as you have children, all of a sudden you're a jacuzzi person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It just happens. It's a thing. It's a switch.
There's just some kind of darkness erupts, it grows within you like a horrid weed.
It's just a genetic weed that gets propagated.
I
you
need
know?
big bathtub. Big bathtub.
Because I'm a big boy.
We're
Okay.
always just big boys. We never stop.
Yep. Okay, so we were
Okay, so
the argument that they would make to
What's a good argument he could give mom and dad to get
Okay.
the door? Aside from I'm old enough, I should have a door.
Right.
all right, then. So okay,
You
I
gotta
think I got it.
massage them a little
Yeah.
bit.
This is what we do.
Come at it.
Mater, pater.
Go play some
Good
Assassin's
start.
Creed. Yeah.
Might
Good
might
start.
I have but a moment of your time? As you well know, I have been getting into the ancient and formal art of macrame. And I am making very beautiful busts of our entire lineage, starting with great-great-grandpa Ebenezer of the Ebenezer Scrooges.
And everyone knows that macrame is the preferred medium for making busts
All the
of
definite,
people.
yes. And I would like to up my game to a much more intense level of glue, and my fear is that if I am not able to seal the glue fumes inside of my room, I'm going to infect the entire house
Sure, yeah.
with that sweet, tasty macrame glue
Yeah,
huffing
and,
smell.
and I mean that's
And you don't want that, and neither do I. So for the sake of my crafts and for your good health, might I have a door, please?
I have several suggestions. By several, I mean two. One, first of all, we need to modify your curtain. So I want you to go to your nearest smoke shop and find a massive curtain of Bob Marley.
Like
and
a
I want
wall
you,
scroll.
Yes, and I want you to hang it in that door.
Okay.
And just make them uncomfortable every time they look towards your room.
Okay.
Second
Good.
second point. But
I
did you
love
have
that?
Did you have it?
No. That's
No,
already
that's-
that. Hey, Dread Like Rasta is a pretty good way to get myself a door.
Right?
I like it.
And second thing to do is I want you to, in said smoke shop, buy every single stick of incense that they have in stock.
I was wondering if we were gonna have some patchouli up in
Yes.
this piece.
And you are gonna patchouli that bitch up, and they are
Okay.
gonna be so sick.
I'm
of
in favor
smelling.
of this love I'm seeing. By the
Yeah,
way,
I like
Aw,
it.
that was pretty
adorable.
great. I'm sorry, Danielle. Please go on.
They're gonna be so sick of seeing Bob Marley, who they think is like some kind of heathen, and smelling patchouli that they will be like, just put the door on to make it stop. Just make it stop. I can't
I get
live
that. I get that.
like this.
They'll just see that and they'll be like, "Listen, we know you're Dread Like Rasta. We know you need to get up, stand up for your right.
Yes, my Buffalo Soldier.
So we're going to give you a door so you can enjoy your reggae and your dank nugs, and we'll just be in the jacuzzi.
Yeah,
by
we'll
ourselves.
just peace out, because goddamn. Well, maybe alternatively, maybe the patchouli will eventually just numb their brains to the point that they can't make real decisions anymore.
That's a possibility for sure.
So they'll just be like putty in your hands. Just kill them dead. Build
That's
you
Feeling
up.
good.
That's a good plan. That's a very good plan.
Thank
Like-
you. Thank you.
Like, yeah, like I could sadly that's because it's not like direct, but it's conniving, but not violent, or it's not like offensive really in
It's
a
not
way.
like, how
a
do I
good
teach my
plan.
dog to attack my
Yeah,
parents?
it's you're making them make the decision to give you a
Yes.
door. You're not having to prompt them necessarily.
This
I
is
love this
manipulation
plan.
101.
I love how excited we are about it.
Yeah. Well, we cracked
well.
it, man.
I think this is one of those situations where we've done the work the good Lord put us on this earth to do.
And actually, Danielle, yours was what I was thinking in a different way, because I was thinking he should just like start taking up drumming
That is
Oh.
also an excellent idea. Or
that's-
death metal.
or like saxophone or
That's
instrument.
not a way to get a door. That's a way to get an annexed house because
Which
you
is
want to
even
be
better.
as far away from any of that as possible.
Become a huge fan of Norwegian speed metal and just play, even if
As
you're
if
not
there's any other kind.
right. Exactly. Even if you're not having, like, maybe they won't let you blast it, but even if you can't blast it, play it, and they will hear.
They will.
They will hear it.
Well, his name was what's his name on here? Posted by Ant 11.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I like that.
Well,
So I feel, and just so you know, the first one that's on here is a response, the highest voted.
Highest voter response. Let's see how we handled it.
It says, not the asshole, and I hope your parents realize soon that your first apartment will have a door and lock, and that your phone has a decline call button.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the highest one, which they didn't really give a solution like we did. So
This
I
is
think that
more
maybe we're the highest
Yeah.
rated
yeah,
now.
they're playing the long game.
you,
We're
Internet.
looking for results.
yeah, we want to fix the problem, not just
Result
not commiserate
Yeah,
with
we're
them.
we're not.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're in many ways we're heroes,
Yes.
and I think that's very true.
I mean, I don't want to say that we're braver than most firefighters.
But definitely at least braver than most policemen.
Yeah.
Easily.
Better,
Okay.
braver than any Marine for us giving,
Oh, yeah,
giving this
yeah.
answer.
Navy SEALs ain't got shit
Yeah.
on patchouli over here.
Okay.
So,
How would you guys care for another one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll allow Jeff to return. Danielle, this is a cake.
It is, and it's making me really want cake.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of an option that is. I will say that I feel 10 million% better having eaten that cheeseburger and fries. I was
Oh,
actually
yeah.
feeling pretty bad.
Yeah. No,
And
no,
then
no.
I just needed a little vitamin B,
Yep.
and I feel just dynamite.
We've all been there when
Yeah.
you're just hungry and strung out, and you haven't had sleep because you're too busy with your video games.
Way too busy.
And also, why does the cake have a USB sticking out of the back?
That's a good question. I think so that we can update the cake's firmware
Yeah. Okay. But it's
because
in the wrong.
I want the cake to be as updated as possible.
It's in the wrong way though.
It's definitely facing the wrong way. Well, I think it's one of the ones that needs like a cord.
Wait, what?
I can't just plug that into my desktop. I'm gonna need to get like a special cord
For
to
your
exte-
USB?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, sometimes you need that, like a
That's a
USB
thing?
cable. Yeah, you plug it into the computer, and it goes a ways and plugs into the drive or whatever.
Okay.
So I think that's the
Okay.
plan with this cake.
Okay. Okay. Are you eating marshmallows? Oh, okay.
Twitter Jeff has returned with marshmallows. Good for him. Proud of him.
Really
That's a
crunchy
that's
marshmallow.
That's a big boy snack.
It-
I think we all agree
Yes.
marshmallows are a big boy
A
snack.
growing big boy
A
snack.
growing big boy's snack.
it's a big alpha move when you
It
eat
can
a marshmallow.
only be
Oh,
marshmallows.
yeah, you want to intimidate someone? You shove a handful of marshmallows in your fucking face.
You fucking chubby bunny that shit real quick in front of somebody.
I prefer
like,
chubby
that's-
chipmunk, but okay.
That's what I do every time I enter into a terrifying biker bar.
Oh yeah.
I walk up.
Established
I walk
dominance.
up to the counter,
Yep.
sassy as you please.
With a little switch in your gate.
Yeah, and then I walk up to the bowls of various sundry snacks, and I grab the one that's filled with marshmallows.
Yes, as there
And
are in all biker bars.
I fluffy bunny the shit out of those boys,
Yes.
and then when someone looks at me, I go, Google, have a fucking problem.
No, man, no problem,
oh,
no
shit,
problem,
no.
dude.
Dude, I'm sorry, I didn't
Cause
know.
I'm about to go everybody all over you, boy.
I didn't fucking know. I'm gonna. You know what? Here's my car keys.
Here's my hogs out front.
Take it.
It's yours, bro.
It's all yours. I'm gonna.
If you ever need a bunch of white supremacists to come help you out, you got it.
And I would like to point out that having a massive bowl of marshmallows is a staple of all biker bars. And
All
if you
biker bars.
go into any biker bar, or any bar in general, and they don't have it, you ask for
you
it.
need to immediately call the health and safety department because they are in violation of almost 42 different statutes.
I'm
And then
picturing.
you say, bartender, where the fuck are the marshmallows? I need marshmallows! And then they'll get them.
And then you downvote them real bad on Yelp,
On biker
Yeah, that's
Yelp.
right.
Biker Yelp,
Yeah.
on Belp.
So and now that we've done all that good work, allow me to give you two a question. This is from question asker Dark Shooter.
I
Asks,
like it.
Why does my burp smell like food I ate 5 days ago?
5 days ago.
5 days ago.
I drank a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's 5
Well,
days ago.
there's your
That's
problem.
yep.
Today when I
Flag
burp,
that one.
my burp smells like the mint in the Shamrock Shake. Could this possibly mean that I haven't digested the shake yet? I also have been taking fish oil capsules, so I have no idea if the smell is from that.
Yes.
Any help would be appreciated.
If you're taking fish oil, it will make you burp, and
Well,
you
will it make you smell like mint?
If you have eaten a Shamrock fucking shake, it will, because there is nary a piece of real food that could be digested in there.
Yeah, well, so here's my thought: is that the real science answer is that he may just honestly have an actual issue with digestion.
Or that.
Yeah, he may have like food that's undigested in his stomach. He may have a tumor. He may have stomach cancer.
Maybe
Well,
you should.
let's get down to really what this is, and I think we all are just dancing around the issue because we're afraid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He has been cursed by some kind of
Leprechaun.
Yes, I was gonna go.
Yep.
Some
Yep.
kind of banshee or other Celtic spirit
Yes. Maybe
has cursed him for forsaking the good name Shamrock.
for sure.
Well, so here's my question: is it that bad that your burp smells like Shamrock Shakes?
Also, like, that's not the worst thing it
if
could smell
it's
like.
minty.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe he just brushed his teeth and forgot.
You're
Yeah,
not-
that's totally possible. Sometimes I get a little bit of the tummy gas
Yeah.
when I brush my chompers.
And
I
then,
mean-
like, I don't like burping meatloaf. Way less good than burping.
Yeah, you don't want to do that when you're doing pillow talk.
You
Oh,
certainly don't want to be
no.
burping meatloaf like after you've brushed your teeth with the meatloaf that you're burping.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Because they tell you not to swallow your toothpaste, but if your toothpaste is
It's
meatloaf,
Go ahead.
I wish they would make some sort of mouthwash for your tum tums that you swallow and then you just shake around a little bit and
And
it
it
gets
cleans
all
you
those.
all out.
It cleans you
It cleans you
out,
out.
and it gets all that shamrock smell right out you.
I think they call that a diuretic.
So this is like, I just imagine that there's a version. There's like a TV infomercial for like by like people who made ShamWow. They're like, Shamrock Wow. You got those shamrock stings down in your tum tums? Well, one dose of Shamrock Wow, and you'll be feeling better than ever.
so you think that this is a Shamrock Wow, a wipe as opposed to an OxyClean situation.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
gonna be. You know how you get those tablets you put in the washing machine to like wash it?
the unfreshables. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I feel like there should be some like one of those for people. It's like a big horse-looking pellet.
Okay.
And
Good.
you drink that with some hot water because you can't use cold water.
No.
Because it won't dissolve properly. You gotta use some hot water and hot enough that's hot, but not so hot you can't drink it.
Yeah,
You know
Obviously.
Not
what?
that
Put some salt in that water
Yeah.
just for fun.
Yeah, get some white vinegar, get some,
Yes,
get
get
some
some-
hot
get some
water and some
salt.
salt. Drink that.
Drink that in combination.
And you're good.
You're good. It's
You
gonna,
are straight, my
It's
man.
gonna clean you straight out.
No
Okay.
more burps.
No one do that.
So
Or do.
yes, or definitely do. So I think then definitely the liquid Roto-Rooter that Jeff has determined
Yeah.
is necessary for the removal of this Shamrock Shake. I'll call it an infection at this point. It's an infection of Shamrock.
Yeah.
It's a symbiotic relationship. Really.
Alternatively.
Oh, so it's almost like it's going to be starting to grant him powers.
Oh, it's magic.
so maybe the burping is the first sign that the genetic
Oh.
manipulation from the lab is
It's
is
happening.
working correctly.
It's happening.
Yeah. The first power you gain, kind of minty breath, but
Yeah.
also sort of dairy.
Yeah,
It's the telltale sign that the Shamrocker has arrived.
Gary Mint breath.
I'm picturing the Shamrocker as being like the Lucky Charms guy, but he's wearing like Elton
Leather.
John sunglasses and he has like a
Oh.
guitar
Yeah, and leather pants.
and leather pants, but they're green.
Yeah, green leather pants.
Green leather pants. Is it tomorrow Easter? No, it's completely
Yes.
unrelated, but yeah. Isn't
Yes, it is.
Is
Okay.
it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. We
Um,
already passed St. Patrick's Day.
yeah,
know.
because we were at home, so
Well, just like tomorrow, we'll be at
we'll
home.
be at home, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay, but I just wanted to throw in, for the sake of
Argument?
variety, have a colonoscopy.
Okay. Just for fun?
Yeah, that sounds just like a good Thursday for me.
Yeah, because, for several reasons. First of
Okay.
all, we want to know if you have some kind of digestive issue
Mhm.
that this shake is sticking around for 5 days. And B, they give you that shit that you drink and you just shit and shit and shit until it comes out pee.
Yeah.
That's called potassium citrate or magnesium citrate, and we could all just go to the store and get some.
Yeah, we can.
Go to the store and get some.
Yeah, just give yourself a good dousing.
Yeah, you're not going to be burping up anything.
I think the only issue with that is if that's the direction you're going to run in,
Yeah.
and I encourage all of you to do so.
But don't run.
Give yourself a good 48 hours to allow
Stay home.
to allow its dark work to commence.
You need to be at home. You need to have quick access to a bathroom.
Definitely.
That was the scariest thing I remember a few years ago. Is I took like what's the something that makes you shit yourself? What's it called? What's the general term? Laxative. I took like a strong laxative a few years ago, and it was like, take it the night before, and then you wake up, and the next morning, and
don't take it at night. No.
Well, I took it at night, and then the next morning, I expected to wake up and just release all my demons, and it didn't happen, and then I had to go to work.
Release all my demons.
Yeah, and it sucks because like if you pass the point when the box says you should be experiencing the bad shits, then now you're just a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
And
just
you don't know
for it.
where you're gonna be, what's gonna be happening.
You don't know what loved ones are going to be near you.
Yeah. Well, what former loved
loved ones.
You're gonna
die alone.
You're gonna die. Well, you're gonna isolate yourself in a room because you're afraid of what might happen.
Yes.
If the day finally comes when the evil is unleashed,
it will come.
And that is why I think we can all agree here. In that situation, you most certainly should not have a door.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to have just direct run access.
That's right.
So what we need to do is we need to get the guy from the first bit some shamrock shakes.
Yes.
The
And
guy from the
whatever,
first jokes we did today.
Some kind of colonoscopy juice.
Yeah.
And he will, dude. Or maybe just diarrhea in your room a little bit.
Just a bit.
And also
bit.
because I can see, in all realness, in all like honesty, I can see like a thing as potent and chemical based as a shamrock shake, like staining your esophagus and your insides for like a week so that you have some remnants of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it just like
I agree.
It's like when you swallow food coloring, just pure uncut food coloring.
You know how you
that
do
uncut stuff. It's good.
That good shit is what you're saying.
It turns you all purple inside.
It definitely does.
I just want to be purple inside.
I just want to feel purple.
I know that there are times when I have eaten or drank something, and then like a couple days later, I did burp or something, and it seemed like I still tasted it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think it's that weird.
It's probably not that weird.
Yeah, I feel like that it's probably you've got some Tum stuff still hanging out. It doesn't hurt to go and get checked out.
Yeah,
but,
and also maybe don't eat McDonald's.
Yeah, don't have a Shamrock Shake. They only give it to us once a year for a reason because
the Surgeon General has decided that once a year is about as much as the human body can handle.
And McDonald's had to lobby hard for that once a year.
The minty whipped flavor of a Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
They'd literally take air, water, and gasoline, and then they add mint, and there you go.
It's the only dessert that's 100% diesel.
That stuff, those drinks give me the worst heartburn I've ever experienced in my entire
your
life.
body's rejecting it.
I remember getting
like a liver that you didn't need.
Yeah.
It's like pouring sugar in my gas tank.
Literally.
Yeah. Like I remember drinking a Jack in the Box milkshake at one point, and I just remember getting halfway through and just being like, "Oh,
this was
no,
not good.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, no."
Why?
It was the worst. Like there couldn't have been something worse that you had to eat on like Fear Factor that would have made me feel as bad as this Jack in the Box. Yeah, spiders, fine, whatever. They're organic.
Hey, are you thirsty? Are you thirsty and want kind of a cold treat? Because I have a bunch of chemicals I've dyed green.
Oh yeah.
If you would like that,
I squirted some whipped cream on top of it too.
Just
I put some whipped. I got some. I got some liquid plum or dyed it green and put some whipped cream on it. Is that anything? Like, is that something that you can enjoy?
Yeah, that's the Shamrock Shake. You just described it.
It tastes like it has the acidic content if I drank like 4 Red Bulls.
Yes.
Shamrock shakes are not available. Yeah, because I swear to God, I know we've been kind of doing goofs about how awful this is. I kind of want one. I kind of want one really fucking bad.
You can make your own one version at home. That's probably real food.
Yeah.
They have like things like make your own Shamrock Shake and use real ice cream.
Oh God. That's the next Google search you have to do.
Or
Shamrock Shake, how to do it.
That's the next 10 pounds of carbon.
Well,
that we
here it
make.
is. Copyright McDonald's Shamrock Shake from Delish. The original Shamrock Shake is only available at McDonald's for a limited time, end of February through March. What does it taste like? Minty and very creamy. Can you add alcohol? Yes. Is there? I just need to give me a recipe.
Can you add alcohol? You idiot! You can add alcohol to anything. Okay,
Yeah, that's like something. Hey, I'm gonna go to my kid's recital. Can you add alcohol? You most certainly should.
Here's the ingredients based on Delish.
Okay.
Now, I don't think this is the actual McDonald's ingredients, though, but this is their version
despite
of it.
They're saying McDonald's copyright, because
Yeah.
if it's actually copyrighted, they're not going to be able to print their recipe.
Yeah, I'm
So-
pretty sure Old Man Ron is pretty litigious.
Yeah,
I don't know
he's
anything about him.
he's a Sue happy boy.
This says
Yeah.
it makes one serving,
Oh.
and I'll tell you one thing: it
Well,
has.
for a big boy like me, one serving is still quite a lot.
Yeah.
Is one serving of anything a person eats or drinks supposed to contain 6 drops of food coloring?
What?
Because that seems like a lot to me.
Lot.
That's
oh
a
my god.
And also, should one serving for one person contain also half a teaspoon of peppermint extract? Because that shit
Oh,
will
that's
hit.
powerful.
So it says
That is way too much.
3 large scoops of vanilla ice cream, a fourth a cup of heavy cream, a half teaspoon peppermint extract, and 6 drops of green food coloring.
No, these
Peppermint
people are
extract.
fucking with you.
What does all of that go into? Did you say?
That's the Shamrock Shake.
So it's peppermint food coloring, and what else?
Ice cream, heavy cream, extract, food coloring.
That
That seems basic.
That's just like a vanilla milkshake with
that's
peppermint
normal.
in
Yeah,
it.
But
which I think that's what the Shamrock Shake is.
quantities required of the extract and the food dye tell me that these people are absolutely punking you. Like,
Yeah, that's that. And I hate to do this.
please do.
I hate to do this. They do not flavor the Shamrock Shake with peppermint. They flavor it with bathroom toilet cleaner.
Yes, they
Green
fucking
one.
do.
The green one.
The green one.
Every Shamrock Shake has 1/1000th of a green disc.
Yes.
Because that has the elemental memory, like homeopathic medicine, which we
Yeah.
know is true.
Yeah, it's real.
That is what flavors the Shamrock
It's true.
Shake is the
Very
1/1000th of the green disc and the chemical memory that exists within the fluid of the Shamrock Shake.
Yes.
So I think that this whole peppermint thing, Jeff, is just
Oh.
bullshit. It's just bullshit.
It's a
and
fucking-
Delish.com can go fuck
Yeah.
itself
Well,
right
this,
to death.
this other website, Shape, says that the Shamrock Shake at McDonald's is made with their low-fat vanilla soft serve ice cream and what's called Shamrock Shake syrup.
Well, duh.
But the question being,
Excellent.
what does and that's where the elusiveness comes from, is we don't know what is in
What's in the secret
this
juice?
syrup.
Yeah.
It does says that there is 86 grams of sugar in a serving.
86!
Wow. I
Good
want one.
golly, Miss
I want
Molly.
one
That's
right
a
now.
lot.
Just shoot it
That's-
into my veins right now, please.
Fucking just put it in a syringe and stab it into my heart like
Yes.
in like in
Like in Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That'll wake you up.
All right.
So I think we solved that
I
one.
got that one.
Yes. Yeah.
Danielle, did
Danielle,
you? Did you?
I don't
I
know
did
how long
have
we've
a
been
thing.
doing this episode.
We have.
We had a long break
We
in
have
the middle.
23 minutes left.
You know what, Danielle? Jeff did one, I did one. What do you say bring us home with one final Tuesdays with Query?
Okay, so this is from the Am I the Karen subreddit.
Am I the Karen
subreddit.
subreddit? A new favorite.
Yes.
JoJo Has Fun
And it's a-
media conglomerate.
It's a bit of a journey, so you're going to have to come with me.
Jeff, pack the bags.
Yes, get
Pack the
hydrated.
overnight. Pack the overnight joke bags. I think we're going to be in for a long
We go
haul.
backpacking through this countryside for a while.
Okay. Am I the Karen? So I'm grocery shopping today, and being Sunday, it's packed. I'm going down an aisle, stop in front of an item that I need 2 of. I pick up the first one, and at this point, unhappy lady comes up behind me and waits. Now, in that aisle, there was a large spill next to me, which blocked off with signs, and at the other end of the aisle was a display case and another shopper, so obviously maneuverability was lacking. I notice unhappy lady, and I try to be quick grabbing the second item, but it bobbles out of my hand and
Oh
falls.
my God, you
Wow.
fucked up so bad.
So I pick it up and grab a non-shook item,
Oh my fucking God, oh my God.
put it in my cart, and go to leave. But I can't because of the aforementioned spill, display, and customer.
I have so much anxiety.
So I turn to unhappy lady, apologize and say I have to back out. So I turn on my beep, beep, beep. Bitch doesn't get it at all. Unhappy lady is clear. That was a riff, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, what? She started. I was like, thank you for telling us because we were like, wow, that took a turn.
Tonal change. Unhappy lady is clearly offended by this and by the fact that I dared to get 2 of an item and makes her displeasure known. I apologize again and try to explain about the obstacles, but she interrupts and tells me to shut up and fuck off.
God, this person has fucked up so badly. It's actually hard to believe.
I walk away while commenting that her life must be miserable for her to get that upset over a cut jam. Mature? Maybe not. Anyway, as I'm rounding the next aisle, literally 15 seconds later, I come upon unhappy lady talking to a store employee, and I can hear what they are saying because I have ears. And there, that was me. And they are making fun of me and making disparaging comments about my voice and appearance. So here is where I could be the Karen. After I check out, I ask to speak to a supervisor, and I mention that I'm not looking for retribution or anything, but that...
Except you are.
Sounds kind of like you are seeking some retribution
You're definitely
a little
saying,
bit.
shank this bitch in the alley. And she, so I've worked retail, blah, blah, blah. So I complain, yep, inappropriate, yep.
My God, this woman has fucked up so badly.
Just everything in this is a mistake.
Oh
So
my
final
God.
paragraph.
Oh my God.
But I'm worried now, after the fact, that it essentially was me tattling on someone for something I should have just let go and caused issues for the employee, when all I really wanted was for them to be more discreet. So am I the Karen?
So let's
Okay.
summarize
All
this.
right. All right. No. Okay. So
Let's summarize
This
the
is
the
a-
beats of this one.
Yeah.
this is one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life.
So do a quick rundown.
Quick rundown.
Of events.
So I need someone to do that for me.
Okay, so she's in the grocery store.
Yes.
She needs 2 of something. Let's say it's whipped cream.
Okay.
She needs 2 whipped creams.
Yes.
And there is before her, like there's the dairy case. To her right, boxing her in
Spill.
is a big spill. Yes. And another customer is behind her or some
Okay.
shit. And yeah, so she's effectively boxed in. And this one woman is clearly offended by her being in the way. And so when she tells the lady behind her, I'm stuck in here, I need to back up. That lady was apparently very displeased with that and told her to shut the fuck up and fuck off.
All right.
Oh, I thought there was
Danielle,
something about
Danielle,
like the
Danielle, you've crossed over a lot.
What?
yeah. There was the whole thing about the 2 items. I thought that was
so she goes to get one, and the one
Right.
that she gets that one successfully. There's the second one
And she
that
drops
that
that
she
one.
goes to get that she drops
Yes.
into the schmutz.
Yes.
And then she gets a third one.
Yeah, she just leaves that one in
And
the schmutz.
then she says, "Get out of my way."
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what I needed clarity on because I
Okay.
wasn't sure where the item dropped into. It dropped into the schmutz,
I think that's implied. Let me double check if she actually says that.
but it dropped. It got
drops.
it.
She fumbles
So
it.
a fumble, and then she leaves the fumble and gets a new one, and assuming that maybe the lady behind her wanted to also get the same thing.
We don't know what that lady wanted other than for her to just get out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't say whether or not it landed in the schmutz, but it's kind of implied because she doesn't mention picking it up and putting it back.
She dropped
just
it,
drops
left it there.
Yeah, and then grabs another one.
Like the super villain, like the Thanos she is.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what I'm imagining is that, oh my God, when I lived on the East Coast, let me tell you, grocery etiquette, very poor.
Well, okay, this whole West Coast East Coast rivalry is about to heat back
that
up right
rivalry
now.
Needs to. That's
yeah.
kind of.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong, East Coasters. Fucking
Well,
tell me I'm
JoJo,
wrong.
you lived on the East Coast too. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a free for all, but it's not the issue at hand here.
Well, so JoJo, do you think she's a Karen?
Do I think she's the Karen?
Yeah.
So, well, we're not done. We're not even close to done
More
with everything
analysis.
that she's responsible for.
Yeah.
This horrid monster.
Yeah.
So okay. So first of all, you drop the thing in the schmutz.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about you guys. When I'm in the supermarket, if I'm in a situation where I'm going down an aisle and I see that perhaps maneuverability becomes an issue,
You know what you do?
I do not.
Leave your cart.
I
Abandon
leave my
the cart.
cart somewhere. I
Yeah.
park my cart at the end of the aisle
Fucking
to
leave
not
it.
cause any trouble.
Yeah.
It's really not hard.
It's not that difficult. No one's gonna take your cart.
Nope. Because nobody wants your fucking
No one.
sacks of
Yeah,
flour.
no one knows what you're eating.
Your old sacks of flour.
Your old
No one
fruit
wants
sacks
that
of
flour,
flour.
you.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody does.
Look, Karen. You're 52. No one wants your old sacks of flour right now.
Now that's fuck up one. Is
Yeah.
you acknowledged.
Yes.
You fucking
You knew.
acknowledged
You knew
that it was wrong of you
Yes.
to bring your cart down
You
that aisle.
knew it was stupid, but you did it anyway.
You didn't apologize for
No,
that fact.
no.
You didn't be like, "Hey, my bad." And also, as soon as you dropped that thing, your first reaction should have been like, "I guess I'm just done with groceries today."
Yeah, like, I guess I
and
should
just
just go
left
home.
the supermarket entirely.
Yes, I have done that. Literally, there have been times where it's like, you know what? I just am not equipped for this today.
This is
Yeah.
not my day.
I gotta go.
I gotta get out of here. This is not my
for
day.
me. Yeah,
I'm picturing also that it doesn't say what the item is, but
Right.
it could have been eggs.
but she did say unshaken.
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 Yeah. So the item was shakeable, and the shaking was undesirable.
Makes sense. Now,
The item. That's like someone in a hood meets you in an alleyway and like, riddle me this. The item is shakeable, but you shouldn't shake it.
What do you do?
what do you do, gumshoes? What's next?
This place is a fucking nightmare. Also,
It really is.
FYI.
I don't,
The monsters here are the worst looking things I've
the
seen.
lizard's pretty cute, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough zone. Now, the other thing,
Yeah.
and this is the next part of this. The next part of her fuck up is
Yeah.
rather than cut her losses,
Right.
which
Yes.
would have been the noble swordsman thing to do.
Exactly. Yes.
The
truly
she
considerate
goes
thing.
to check out and she hears tell of two workers
Yeah.
complaining
Yeah. Talking shit.
basically about her behavior, her etiquette,
Yeah.
or lack thereof, I should say.
Yeah.
And that to her is not. So her complaint was that she heard them
Right.
and she knew they were talking about
They
her, so
were
she decided to
mocking
complain.
her. Yes. Mocking her. Like
You,
playground taunts.
I got bad news for you. Unless your weakness, unless the thing that Lex Luthor would pull out of a sack to ensure his ultimate victory
Oh, the
is
secret
talking
weapon.
about you in front of you,
It will destroy you.
unless that's that, you don't get to tell people not
Not to mock you.
After what you did.
discreetly, like, because it's not that they were mocking you like to others.
No.
No.
Nope.
Well, and also, assuming because one of them is the person,
One
and one
was-
of them is an employee there,
Yes.
that maybe they're friends. That are also, she also was just like, FYI, this shit over here in Dairy Aisle is fucked up
Yeah,
because
or-
of this bitch.
Yeah, like you see why there's a big old like can of Coke in the middle of that.
Yeah,
Like
which you're not supposed to shake,
Not
but it
supposed
is
to shake.
shakeable.
It is shakeable, but you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it.
And she's like, maybe you might need to pay attention to that. And the employee is like, oh, who the fuck would do that?
And
it
then
was
it-
like
yeah,
that
then it
lady.
leads to that
they were talking
conversation.
about what sort of monster
Yeah.
would drop something in schmutz
and leave it.
and leave it.
right? Like, it's your fault.
God, you fucked up.
You take
You
responsibility.
Left it. You left it there.
The least you could have done is tell somebody that it's there.
Yes.
As
I hope when you told this to your pastor, they didn't offer you anything.
they said, the pastor said, go to Yahoo Answers. seek wisdom there.
It's like, yes,
Wait, no, go to the Reddit.
Go to Reddit.
I hope they said, like, Jesus died for a lot, my dude, but not for this. This was just horrible.
I really do want to, like, visualize what the item was because it's such a mystery.
Yeah.
And there's just such a tantalizing little clue.
Well, and it's interesting because, like, she obviously portrayed herself not as, like, the complete victim the entire time. Because
if anything, she portrayed herself as the villain of this story.
Because, like, I can see some people doing this and then, like, purposefully leaving out details.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she added in there, she made sure to add that she dropped the thing.
Yes.
Which, as soon as that was popped up, which is at the beginning of the story,
quite
you're
early.
already kind of going down a wayward slope.
Yeah.
God, you fucked up.
So I guess the answer to that one is yes.
Yeah, you are.
You are the Karen
And-
because you were so butthurt that somebody was upset
God.
by your actions and the thing that you did earlier.
The horrible thing you did
Yes.
earlier.
Yes.
That they felt that they could talk about it there in this public space where you were being an asshole, and then you told on them.
Yes.
You
And-
tattled.
Yeah,
You tattled on them?
And probably that manager had to go and talk to this employee and be like, "Look, I got to give you a write-up
Yeah,
today.
like, I'm sorry.
sorry."
I'm
know
sorry.
it
Let
wasn't
me
you.
rephrase that. I have to say I'm giving you a write-up. I'm not. We all know who the bad guy or girl in this case is.
I don't know. Supermarket managers, they're a harsh bunch.
Oh,
They
they
are a harsh
are
bunch.
always a little dicey. But there's a thing we haven't addressed in this, and I think it's important, which is the mention of the cart and the lack of maneuverability, because there are giant gaping assholes who will take their carts and either A, use them as a weapon, or B,
Do you gotta? Excuse me. Do you have a permit for that?
This is America.
I can cart wherever I please.
B, there are people who will place their cart directly in the way of everything.
True.
Which is frustrating because when I go to the grocery store, I try to be as less of an inconvenience to everybody around
and that's
me.
the problem with anxiety, is it makes us think
That's normal.
before we do. And it's a problem.
Yes.
Because we could live a free existence of just being
Being-
cart assholes.
Yeah. All we need to do is become horrible monsters.
Yes. And
That's
we
why
would be-
people who suck are just
They're
skating-
better than
yeah.
us.
They have a lot more free time in their head
Yeah.
to think about things.
They don't second guess their actions when they
My
spill
word.
stuff in the schmutz.
You know what? You're like, that's someone's fault, not mine. It's someone's.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah. So
I think we're in agreement here. She's probably one of the worst human beings ever.
Yes. She's
For-
definitely a cart abuser. She's definitely a dropper, schmutzer, denier.
And then worst of all, a complainer of people
Yes.
who are noticing just all the awful
Yes.
shit you've
A
done.
thrower under the bus.
And here's what I think. I think that she added. I think it's untrue that they're making fun of her voice. I think she
Oh, yeah.
added that
Oh,
to
yeah.
make them seem more villainous in her story.
it's possible they were making fun of her tone because she had a tone.
Even then, I could see them. I could be her. I could see her making that part up in the story.
Oh yeah, no, I was raised by a Karen, so I know their ways.
I'm half Karen on my mother's side.
No, you shut your fucking mouth up.
Danielle's had a few moments recently where I've like caught her under the. She's just like, "Fuck, I'm acting like my mom."
Yeah, oh God, it's true. It's awful. Yeah, no, when I frantically am like rolling myself with the lint roller, like just like a maniac, I become my mother.
That's her mom's whole thing. Constantly lint rolling.
Just constantly, frantically,
That's how she does it.
angrily. But yeah, so no, she totally sweetened that story up to make herself look better.
Which is, I think she started writing it and then read it and was just
was
like,
like, oh,
I'm an asshole.
That sounds bad.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay,
I gotta tweak this.
Yeah, let's rewrite some
She
of
brought
it.
in an editor.
Yeah.
Her cuck of a husband. Add this part, sweetie. You're the best.
It's
You're the
funny.
best.
That's,
I love you.
that's the other side of my family. I'm half Karen on one
You're
side and
half
half
Karen and half
Cook on
Chuck.
the other.
You're a cuckrin?
Am I
Karen, all half cuck, all hero.
this summer on Hallmark? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Has this been an hour?
It's been an hour.
Thank you for joining us on JoJo Has Fun, the longest episode. We are available on all major YouTube outlets.
Yep.
You can find us on youtube.com/JoJo Has Fun. You can Google youtube.com and you can type in the box that says, what would you like to look for on youtube.com? And you can type in JoJo Has Fun. You'll find us.
Correct.
You can also
send a letter to youtube.com.
You can send a letter to youtube.com. They're answering them now. I sent them a letter the other day. I said, this is what I want for Christmas, and they got me. They got me covered.
If you send also 4 proofs of purchase from your post cereal boxes, they will send you a free JoJo Has Fun in the mail.
Yeah,
It's true.
If you get post YouTubos,
Yep.
where they all look like
It has Ethan Nestor's face as
It's
the
got-
pieces.
it's got Ethan Nestor's face. Hey,
Beautiful face.
how do you start a feud?
Right?
Like I was realizing that at the start. Like I'm not important enough for him to take any of what I'm saying seriously or personally.
Yeah, and that's the
but
thing.
maybe
if he did, it would be such a publicity win for us.
You would have to make a whole video episode with graphics and his face pointing out things that are slightly untrue about him.
Yes.
Okay.
We'd have to do an hour-long,
Then he would call us out and bitch about it,
Yeah.
and then all of his
Well
people.
then we just take the next high road and challenge him to a boxing match.
Yeah, we fucking
Because
do.
that's how YouTubers settle
That's
their
how
differences.
you do this shit.
And here's what you do. You make that video, and one of us makes a burner account, and we send him a DM and just like, hey, bro, did you see this video from this
Exactly.
channel? I
Exactly.
can't believe they said these
They
things
talk
about
all kinds
you.
of
My
shit
God,
on you.
those
They
monsters.
talked about your fountain. It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, hey, Crank, is it okay if I send you something from my burner account real quick? And he won't respond because I don't think his DMs are open for sliding into purposes, but
they
we'll
should.
figure it out.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
no.
Yeah, so 4 proofs of purchase from a box of YouTubos.
Yep.
I just didn't want to lose the thought that the marshmallows in that
Right,
cereal look like
yes.
little 100,000 rewards. And also, check out our podcast, The Rolls We Made on everywhere that podcasts exist.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I think that's all we got. Jeff, is there anything you want to conclude with?
We love you.
Uh-huh.
Stay safe.
Don't
and,
cross us.
Don't cross us. Yeah. You know what? If you were thinking about double crossing us, and if you were thinking about going over to Ethan Nestor's DMs and telling on us, you better not do it.
You better fucking not.
Don't you fucking tattle, and don't you dare tattle, and then we hear that they're making fun of
Oh,
our voices.
yeah.
I will speak with YouTube's manager.
I will absolutely get your ass fired.
You're gonna get written up on YouTube.
Yeah, you're gonna get a flag next to your username that says "dickhead."
I swear to God, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do right now in this game. That's why I'm just walking
Walk
around.
until
Okay.
something happens.
We'll have a week to figure it out.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week. Farewell.
Bye. That thing had a penis. the thing it did.
Danielle, you say that about so many things.
Well.